So in this next case, you've been told the fourth term of an arithmetic progression is 17 and the eighth term is 33. Then you've been told to determine the number of terms whose sum is 230. So the first thing is to understand what is required. You identify the unknown. You'll be told it is an arithmetic progression. So once you've identified that it is an AP, you identify the unknowns of an AP. And the first term of an AP is A. And the AP uses a common difference. And the common difference is given by B. And the nth term of an AP is given by A plus n minus 1 into D, isn't it? And you know the sum of n terms of an AP is given by what? N over 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D, like that, isn't it? So you've identified all the unknowns. After identifying the unknowns, you now start reading the equation and yes, it's the fourth term. So you go and you record the fourth term. So the fourth term, it means where there is n you put 4, isn't it? So fourth term will be A, 4 minus 1 is 3D, isn't it? So fourth term will be A plus 3D. Then, which other term are they talking about? The eighth term. We are still identifying the term, isn't it? The eighth term. When n is 8. So eighth term, where they say you put 8, 8 minus 1 is 7. So that is A plus 70D. Is there any other term there? Only those two terms, isn't it? Can we now read the question? The fourth term of an arithmetic progression is 17. And the fourth term is what? A plus 3D is what? 17. And the eighth term is? The eighth term, which you found to be A plus, is what? 33. So you found two equations, isn't it? So from these two equations, you can solve with either method to get the value of A and B, isn't it? If I look here, elimination is very simple to eliminate A, isn't it? Elimination by just subtracting the two equations. We are solving the simultaneous equations, isn't it? Yes. So if you subtract to eliminate A, 3D minus 7D, negative 4D. 17 minus 33, negative 16. So for you to get D, you divide both sides by negative 4, isn't it? Then you get D to be? D is 4. If you divide both sides by negative 4, so after getting D, so you use either of the equations to get A. What is A? We can use this first one. A plus 3D is equals to 17, isn't it? A plus 3D is equals to? So what is A? It is 17 minus 3D, isn't it? D is 4. So 17 minus 12 is 5. Is 5. So we've found the value of A and the value of D. So we found our A to be 5 and our D to be 4. So after getting A and D, we can now go on and read the question. What do they want to determine? Determine the number of terms whose sum is 230, isn't it? So the sum of n terms we've already written here, isn't it? So they are telling you, and the sum of n terms, which is n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, should we give you what? Should be is 230. Meaning this sum of n terms is 230. Now they want to know the value of n, isn't it? So for you to get n, you simply substitute the values of a and b, isn't it? You substitute the values of a and d. So if you substitute the so you go on. Where there is A, you put the value of A. Where there is D, you put the value of D, isn't it? So can you do that substitution? First of all, we can simplify by multiplying both sides by 2 to get rid of this 2, isn't it? So we'll have n into 2a plus n minus 1 into d to be equals to 460. We multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that denominator, isn't it? So substitute. Where there is A, you put 5. Where there is D, you put 4. So go on. N into 10 plus n minus 1 times times 4 is equals to 460. Open those brackets. So you can see it is going to be a case of a quadratic equation, isn't it? It is a quadratic equation. So here we'll have n into 10 plus 4n minus 4, because this 4 times n, 4 times negative 1, isn't it? To be equals to 460. Then open the bigger bracket, isn't it? So when you open the bigger bracket, n multiplies everything up, you simplify it inside. 10 minus 4, 6. So it is 6 plus 4 is equals to 460, isn't it? So multiply n times 6 plus n times 4n is equals to. So rearrange it in form of a standard quadratic equation, isn't it? Plus 4n squared starts, then followed by positive 6n, isn't it? Then plus 460 coming this side is equals to 0. So we can see our coefficients here. The coefficient here is 4, the coefficient A is 4, the coefficient B is positive, and the coefficient C is negative 460. So our x is n, isn't it? So when you are solving for n, it is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. What do you get to be n when you substitute? Where there is b, you put the value of b. Where there is a, you put the value of a. Where there is c, you put the value of c. But if you have the right calculator, you get the answers on the spot. The FX 570 and the 991 for doing this mathematics will give you those answers on the spot. What do you have? What is the value? Compute the values in the calculator. What is wrong with you? Just going to the calculator here and pressing the fraction symbol in the numerator, putting minus b minus 6. Then you start with the plus, then square root of b squared is minus 6 in bracket squared. Then it is minus 4. Then you put the bracket for a, substitute the 4. Then the bracket for c, you put your negative 460. You close the bracket, you go to the numerator 2, then you put the bracket for a, you put the value of a 4. As simple as that, and you press equal sign, and the answer is 10. The answer is 10. When you use the negative, you just go back and you change that positive here to be negative. You get negative 23 over 20. You know n is either n1 is 10 or negative 23 over 4. And you know n is a number cannot be negative. So n must be the number of terms, 10, isn't it? Are we together? So the number of terms which is giving you a sum of 230 are how many terms? 10 terms. So we have 10 terms giving you 230. You use part of the solution which gives you what is required, isn't it? When n is negative, odd fraction means that is undefined in that given problem.